Beloved, this is like the third time I've tried to record this video. The karmics don't want this message to get out. They do not want this message to get out. And it almost felt like every time I tried to channel this message, it was like the energy was like, I don't, this message is not to get out to the collective. So I'm going to try again. And I ask that the ancestors and spirit guides and angels and archangels help me to be, to information. I just got a message through. Help me to deliver this message. So I'm just going to be blunt. The karmics know that you have got some serious shit coming in. And they don't want it to come in. They don't want anything to come in that has your name on it. They don't want anything to come in that shifts you onto a different timeline. They don't want you to not live in lack anymore. They don't want you to step into your abundant timeline. They don't want you to meet like-minded souls. They don't want you to move on. They want you to be stuck in an old timeline, an old narrative, and they want you to be blocked. There's a lot of readers at the minute with, just letting the collective know what's coming in. And they don't want that. The karmics don't want you to know this. So even though they can't stop what's coming in, only you can stop what's coming in, only you can sabotage your own abundance coming in. These karmics don't want you to basically step onto your next highest timeline. So they are thinking that they can create blocks. And literally we've just sort of like, we're in a new moon, okay? I think it's new moon in Scorpio. So they are trying to still do their last minute ditch attempts to block what's coming in for you. They're digging around in the dirt, literally digging around in the dirt. I'm not talking about just digging around in the dirt in social channels. I'm talking like they are digging in the dirt, using that graveyard dirt to try and bind your ass, to try and block your ass. They're using earth magic, they're using fire magic. They're using all the elements actually. Spirit's saying they're using all the elements to try and stop you, okay? But whatever happens, they can't stop you because this is what you did. You rejected them. You rejected them because they were causing you too much pain, too much trauma. And your spirit guides were like, hell no. Hell to the no. So this not only catapulted you into an awakening, but you were almost like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. And so the cycle began with them doing their divination on you, try and find out what your next move was. And, for you were just like, these people are bad energy. They're bad. And you wanted to just move on with your life, And essentially you are, and you have moved on with your life because look, we've got moving on and travel here. So you moved on with your life and you're going to be traveling. You're not only traveling out of this very toxic timeline that actually helped with your ascension, you're going to be traveling. You're going to be traveling. And these people didn't want you to do that. They didn't want you. They didn't want you. They did not want you. They wanted you to be stuck in an old timeline. So, they're trying to get as much evidence based, from your social channels. If you're posting on social media, they're trying to get as much evidence as possible because they want to know if you know what's coming in for you. So whatever you speak on, whatever you speak of, this is what they're going to use to try and block you. But as the old saying goes, who God bless, no man can touch. Who God bless, no man can touch. Shall I say it again? Who God bless, no man can touch. What is coming in for you is for you. You have been very obedient. You've listened to your angels and archangels. There's something coming up with to do with legal issues as well, to do with this tribe of low vibrational energies, which is why they're trying to stop you in your tracks, because this is what's coming in for you. Clearly Spirit wanted me to talk on this. This is what's coming in for you. A new romantic love affair. A new romantic love that is worthy of your unconditional love. And this is what these wretched karmics are trying to stop. They've always been trying to stop it, but they can't. Because guess what? This timeline has played the fuck out. This energy was sitting up in my spirit. I was minding my own business, and Spirit's like, Spirit put an energy in my soul. So I had to press play. And I went straight to my What's the Tea deck, because I knew What's the Tea deck would give me the clarity that I need to share with the collective. Because look, you are uninterested. Because you know that this romantic love is coming in for you if it's not here already. And you've done the work. And you've cut these low vibrational beings off. And they're trying to have one last ditch attempt at getting back into your energy, in trying to use the moon, trying to use elements to get back into your energy, to try and scupper your timeline. But it's not going to work, because no weapon formed against you shall prosper, my love. None. Because these bitches, they were just always in it for the money, always in it for the dough. What can I get out of this? What can I get out of the collective? Well, at one point they took everything. Not anymore. Because you've learnt the hard way. You've learnt your lesson. Because all these low vibrational energies do is fake flex. They wear masks so much, and all of their masks are dropping. Every single mask has dropped. Because look, this is where they are. They're in their heads. They're stressing the fuck out. They're overthinking. How can I destroy the collective? How can I bring damnation down on the collective? How can I get the collective to self-sabotage their romantic love, their divine masculine? How can I start drama in their life? But it's too late. Because look, another move card out on the table. We've got 3 move cards out of the table. You are moving onto your highest timeline. You are literally changing the trajectory of your divine calling. You're just like, hell no, get behind thee, Satan. Stay behind thee, damnated souls. Stay behind thee, because you are moving forward. You care not for these energies. You're moving forward with your divine love. You're moving forward. You're changing the trajectory. You're stepping onto your highest timeline. This is what's been destined for you. You are not being held back by these individuals anymore. Because look, Karma is coming to collect her money. Debts need to be paid. No more shall these bitches impersonate your energy. No more should they mask in your energy, your divine energy. Because look, baby, you are too busy winning. When this person comes in, or if this person's not in already, which is your divine counterpart, you are winning. You and your divine counterpart are going to be moving into spaces and places that actually are worthy of your energy. 0909 on the clock. Whew. I had to get that out. That was like a real urgent message that Spirit wanted me to get out. Look. I need not to say any more. Mic drop. Literally, you can't make that shit up. You have risen to where you thought you'd never rise. Now the Most High is coming in with all the 10 of Pentacles, coming in. 10 of Cups, all of the aces coming in, because you are worthy, you've deserved it, you've worked so freaking hard. These energies, these karmics, leave them to the Most High. Because oh boy, I wouldn't like to be the one standing up in front of the Most High right now. Would you?